Heavenly Father, as this day comes to a close, I come to sit in your presence, not because I have earned a place here, but because you have always been the kind of God who welcomes tired people at the end of long days. Tonight, I want to dwell in the shelter of the Most High, to rest in the shadow of the Almighty, to say of you, Lord, you are my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Those are not just words to me tonight. I need them to be true, and I believe they are. You are the maker of heaven and earth, the one who set the boundaries of the sea and calls each star by name. And yet you are also near enough to hear the quiet prayer of one ordinary person at the end of an ordinary day. There is nothing about that combination that makes sense by the world's logic. A God big enough to hold galaxies together, small enough in his attention to notice me. But it has always been true of you, and I don't want to move past that truth too quickly tonight. Thank you for this day, Lord. Thank you for the strength that carried me through hours I did not always handle as well as I wished. Thank you for the ordinary protection I so easily overlook, the drive that got me home safely, the meal that nourished me, the roof over my head tonight, the simple fact that I am alive to close this day at all. I don't always notice how much you are holding together around me until I stop and actually consider it. So tonight, I stop and I consider it, and I thank you. I praise you because you are constant. The world around me changes so quickly. Situations shift, people change, circumstances rise and fall without warning, but you do not change. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. A rock that does not move even when everything else does. Tonight, as I prepare to rest, I want to plant my feet on that unchanging ground rather than on the shifting ground of my circumstances. You are worthy of praise, not because today was easy, but because you have been faithful regardless of whether today was easy. Your mercies are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I have seen that faithfulness before, in ways I did not expect and did not always deserve, and I trust it again tonight, even for the parts of my life I cannot fully see right now. I think about how many nights I have gone to sleep without ever thanking you for simply keeping me safe through the day, not from some dramatic danger, but from the 100 small things that could have gone wrong and did not, the accident that did not happen, the illness that passed, the conversation that could have gone badly, but somehow did not. I don't always notice your protective hand until I stop long enough to look back. And tonight, I want to look back and actually see it, rather than letting another day pass unnoticed. You are called a shield for those who take refuge in you, a stronghold in times of trouble. I have needed that stronghold more times than I can count, and you have never once failed to be exactly that when I finally turn to you instead of trying to handle things alone. Thank you for the patience you have shown me on the nights I forgot to thank you, and the mornings I woke up safe without giving you any credit for it. You have never withheld your care from me simply because I failed to notice it. Before I ask you for protection tonight, Lord, I want to be honest with you about where I have placed my trust today. There were moments I trusted my own vigilance more than I trusted you, Moments I believed that if I just stayed alert enough, worried enough, controlled enough, I could keep myself and the people I love safe on my own. I confess that tonight, safety was never something I was meant to manufacture through anxious effort. It has always been something you provide. I confess the fear that sometimes masquerades as caution in me, the kind that doesn't trust you so much as it tries to outthink every possible danger. I confess the moments today when I leaned on my own understanding instead of acknowledging you in all my ways. Forgive me, Lord, for the times I treated my own strength as my true shelter instead of you. I confess, too, the ordinary failures of today, the impatience, the unkind words, the selfishness that crept in when I was tired or stressed. I don't want to carry any of it into tonight's rest, so I lay it down now. Thank you that if I confess my sins, you are faithful and just to forgive me and cleanse me from all unrighteousness. Thank you that your forgiveness does not depend on how well I explain myself, only on the truth of what Christ has already done. Help me also to release anything I am holding against someone else tonight. If there is a grudge, a wound, an unresolved hurt sitting in my heart, soften it, Lord, the way your mercy has softened mine. I don't want to build a wall around my heart in the name of protecting myself. Real protection was never found in bitterness. It is found in you. I surrender control tonight, Father, over my safety, over the safety of the people I love, over every situation I cannot see the outcome of yet. Not my will, but yours be done. I release the illusion that I am the one holding everything together, because you have always been the one actually doing that, whether I acknowledged it or not. Surrender does not come easily to me, Lord, especially around the things I feel most protective of, the people I love, my sense of stability, my ability to see a few steps ahead. Letting go of the need to control those things feels in the moment like it might be dangerous, but I know that is fear talking, not wisdom. Real safety was never found in my grip. It has always been found in yours, and my grip has never actually been strong enough to guarantee anything in the first place. So tonight I loosen my hold, one worry at a time. I hand you the outcomes I have been trying to manage on my own. I hand you the people I love, trusting that you love them even more completely than I do, and that your watch over them does not depend on my staying alert every waking moment. I hand you tomorrow, unopened, unplanned in detail, trusting that you are already there ahead of me, preparing the way. Now, Lord, I ask you directly for the peace that comes from resting under your protection rather than trying to protect myself. You have said that whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. And I want that rest tonight, not the anxious half-rest of someone still bracing for what might happen, but the full rest of someone who has actually handed the watch over to you. Quiet my racing thoughts about everything I cannot control. I bring you my fears for my safety, for the safety of the people I love, for situations that feel uncertain or even threatening right now. I don't have to carry the weight of protecting everyone and everything tonight. That has never actually been my job. It has always been yours, and you have never once been careless with what you hold. You will keep in perfect peace the one whose mind is fixed on you, because that mind trusts in you. So I fix my mind on you now, Lord, instead of on every possible danger my imagination could construct. I let go of the tension in my body, the readiness to react, the low hum of watchfulness I carry through most days. And I ask you to help me actually believe in this moment that I am safe enough to fully rest. I will lie down and sleep in peace. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety, not my locked doors, not my own alertness, not my ability to anticipate every problem before it happens. You. I receive that peace now, not because every danger in the world has disappeared, but because you are bigger than every danger in the world, and you have never once been caught off guard by anything that concerns me. Father, I want to dwell tonight in the fullness of what your protection actually means, because I don't think I let myself receive it as often as I could. Surely you will save me from the fowler's snare and from deadly plague. You will cover me with your feathers, and under your wings I will find refuge. Your faithfulness will be my shield and rampart. I will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at my side, 10,000 at my right hand, but it will not come near me. I don't fully understand every dimension of what that protection means in a broken world where hard things do still happen to people who love you, but I trust that your protection is real, even when it looks different than I expect, even when it means being carried through hardship rather than being spared from it entirely. Either way, Lord, I am not facing tonight or tomorrow alone, unguarded or forgotten, because I have made you my dwelling place. No harm will overtake me. No disaster will come near my tent, for you will command your angels concerning me to guard me in all my ways. I ask for that guarding tonight, over this home, over the people sleeping under this roof and under other roofs across this world whom I love. Station your angels around us. Watch over our coming in and our going out, both now and forevermore. No weapon forged against me will prevail, and I will refute every tongue that accuses me. This is the heritage of those who belong to you, and my vindication comes from you. Whatever comes against me, whatever tries to threaten my peace or my safety or my family's well-being, it does not have the final word. You do. I also ask, Lord, for protection that goes beyond the physical, protection over my heart from bitterness, over my mind from fear, over my spirit from despair. Put on me the full armor you have provided, not because I am fighting alone, but because you have already equipped me for whatever this world tries to throw at me. Let truth be like a belt around me, righteousness like armor, peace like shoes ready to carry me forward, faith like a shield against the fiery arrows aimed at me, salvation like a helmet protecting my mind, and your word like a sword I can actually use. I am not defenseless tonight, because you have never left me defenseless. I think, Lord, about how often I go through my days without ever pausing to notice how much protection I have actually been under, how many close calls I never even knew about, how many burdens you quietly carried so I never had to feel their full weight, how many mornings I simply woke up, alive and unharmed, without giving it a second thought, when in truth Every single one of those mornings was a gift from your hand, not a guarantee I was owed. Tonight, I want to notice it. Tonight, I want to thank you for the protection I have taken for granted more often than I have acknowledged it. You are my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call to you, and I am saved from my enemies, whatever form they take, whether flesh and blood danger, or the quieter enemies of fear, despair, and doubt that try to creep in during the dark hours. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge. That is not poetry to me tonight, Lord. It is the actual ground I am choosing to stand on as I lie down. I ask, too, for protection over my dreams tonight. If there are fears that try to visit me while I sleep, meet me there. Replace anxious dreams with rest, and if I wake in the night, let my very first thought be of you, rather than of whatever fear tries to greet me in the dark. You do not sleep, so I am never facing the night hours alone, even in the moments when everyone else around me is resting and the house is quiet. Protect my home tonight, Lord, this physical space where I lay my head. Let it be a place of peace, not a place where fear is allowed to settle in. I ask for your presence to fill every room, every corner, every quiet hour between now and morning. Let this be, in every sense, a house kept safe, not by locks and alarms alone, but by your covering over it. And I ask for protection over the people I love who are not physically near me tonight, those in other homes, other cities, other countries. Distance does not limit your reach. You are near to all of them, the same way you are near to me right now. Watch over their comings and their goings. Keep them from harm. Bring them safely through whatever they are facing, seen or unseen, known to me or not. I confess that sometimes my prayers for protection are really just anxious requests dressed up in spiritual language. Me still trying to control outcomes by asking hard enough. Help me instead to actually rest in what I am asking for, to trust that you have heard me and that the outcome, whatever it is, remains safely in your hands rather than dependent on the intensity of my prayer. You are not a God who needs to be convinced to protect the people I love. You already love them more than I do. Lord, I don't know everything the coming days will hold, but I know you are already there ahead of me. You go before me, and you will be with me. You will never leave me nor forsake me. I do not have to fear what tomorrow brings, because the same protection covering me tonight will still be covering me then. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified, because the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. I hold on to that tonight, Lord, not because I feel especially brave, but because courage was never about the absence of uncertainty. It is trusting the one who walks ahead of me into whatever is coming. Give me wisdom for what is actually mine, to prepare for and release me from carrying fears about things that are not mine to control. Each day has enough of its own. I don't need to import tomorrow's unknown dangers into tonight's rest. Renew my strength, Lord, the way you renew the strength of those who wait on you, so that I rise tomorrow able to walk forward steadily rather than cautiously, bracing for harm. I trust you with my safety, with the safety of the people I love, with situations I cannot predict or control. None of it surprises you. None of it is too much for you to hold. Let tomorrow be met not with anxious vigilance, but with the same quiet confidence I am asking to fall asleep with tonight. I confess, Lord, that trust does not always come naturally to me, especially in a world that constantly reminds me of everything that could go wrong. The news, the stories I hear, the worries other people carry, all of it can make trusting you for tomorrow feel almost naive if I let it. But I don't think trusting you has ever been naive. I think it has always been the harder, wiser choice, because the alternative, trying to secure my own safety and the safety of everyone I love through sheer vigilance, has never actually worked. Not fully, not permanently. Only you have ever been a truly reliable refuge. So tomorrow, when I face whatever the day brings, I ask you to remind me of tonight's prayer. Remind me that the same God who kept me through this night is not somehow less present or less capable in the daylight hours. Let this trust I am building right now carry forward into how I actually live tomorrow, not with carelessness, but with the settled confidence of someone who knows who is actually in control. Give me discernment for real risks that deserve wisdom and caution, and freedom from imagined risks that only deserve to be released into your hands. Help me tell the difference between the two, because I know I have sometimes confused ordinary caution with anxious control, and I don't want to keep doing that. Teach me what it looks like to walk wisely through this world without walking through it in constant fear. I think about how many days I have made it through safely without ever realizing how much protection I was actually under. That pattern has held for as long as I can remember, even on days I did not feel particularly safe. I have no reason to believe tomorrow will be any different, and every reason, based on your track record, to trust that it will be held by the same hands. Father, before I close, I bring before you everyone else who needs your protection tonight. I think of those in genuinely dangerous circumstances right now, in unsafe homes, in conflict zones, in situations far more frightening than my own. Be their refuge in ways only you can be. Send help, send safety, send the people and provision they need. I lift up my family, Lord. Watch over them wherever they are sleeping tonight. Surround them the way I am asking you to surround me. I lift up my friends and anyone I know who is walking through a season that feels unsafe or uncertain right now, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Be a very present help in their time of need. I pray for those who protect others for a living, those on duty tonight while others sleep, those who run toward danger instead of away from it. Give them wisdom, strength, and safety of their own. And I pray for anyone who does not yet know what it feels like to be truly safe, whether because of what they've experienced or what they're currently facing. Reveal yourself to them as the refuge you have always been, even in places they have not yet recognized you. I think of children falling asleep tonight in homes that are not safe, and I ask you to intervene in ways only you can, to protect them, to bring the right people into their situations, to be a refuge for them even when the adults around them have failed to be one. I think of those traveling tonight, on roads or in the air, far from familiar places, and I ask for safe arrival and your presence with them the whole way. I pray for those facing illness tonight who feel physically vulnerable in a way I do not. Give them a sense of your protection over their bodies, even in the midst of pain or uncertainty about what is ahead. I pray for those in financial distress who feel unsafe in a different way, worried about how they will provide for themselves or their families. Be their provision as much as their protection, because both matter to you. I pray too for those who feel spiritually unsafe tonight, attacked by doubt, by despair, by thoughts that do not feel like their own, by a heaviness they cannot explain. Lord, be their shield in that battle as much as in any physical one. Remind them that the same armor available to me is available to them, and that they are not fighting alone even when it feels that way. And for anyone tonight who has been let down by people who were supposed to protect them, gently begin to rebuild in them a picture of what true safety and true protection actually look like, rooted not in any person's failure or faithfulness, but in yours, which has never once faltered. As I come to the end of this prayer, Father, I want to rest fully in the truth that I am held, not because nothing bad can ever happen, but because nothing that happens is outside of your knowledge or beyond your ability to carry me through. Thank you for being my refuge tonight. Thank you for the peace that comes from actually believing that, rather than merely reciting it. Into your hands I commit my spirit tonight. Watch over me as I sleep, and watch over everyone I love who is sleeping elsewhere tonight. Let me wake tomorrow, trusting you a little more than I did today, resting in the shelter of the Most High, rather than the exhausting work of trying to shelter myself. I don't know everything tomorrow will require of me, but I know I will not face it unguarded, and I will not face it alone. That has always been true. On every night I remembered to trust it, and every night I forgot. Tonight I choose to remember. I lay down my watch, and I let you keep it instead, because you have always been far better at it than I ever was. Thank you for your protection. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being the refuge I did not have to build myself. In Jesus' name, amen.